And I'm back with another video, and this time I got the future of badges in NBA 2K20. I mean, well, in NBA 2K21, because, you know, the future would be NBA 2K21. So, y'all, it's May. We about got everything we want. It's time to start talking about 2K21, man. 2K21 is coming up, y'all, believe it or not, because June, July, August, September, October, it's about 4 or 5 months away, man. So we need to start getting ready, man. So what I'm basically gonna be talking about in this video, this is also a discussion. Feel free to join in if you would like to. So what I'm going to be talking about is the future of badges in NBA 2K20. Basically discussing what badges we want to see, what changes to badges we want to see, what badges need to get on out of here, all of that. So let's start off with the finishing badges. So I'm just looking on my player right now for for the screen of all the Acrobat. Now reverse lay and change shot lay receive a significant boost. There's nothing wrong with Acrobat, man. I mean, like, Acrobat basically helps you become a jelly master or something like that, you know. But actually, I think it would be cool just just to be cool if they name the badge like Jelly Fam, or yeah, like if they just named it like Jelly Fam or something, just for the sake of appealing and promotion of the badge. I think that would be smart if they named it that. Back down Punisher, this was a new badge. I love this badge. Helps big man be more dominant in the paint. Where does it say? Allows players to have more success than normal when backing down the defender in the paint. So if you have a high strength and back down, if you're a big who likes to operate in the paint, you need back down Punisher for sure. Consistent finisher, you know, this is the badge where you don't where is it? Where's consistent? Alright, there we go. Penalties for mistimed layups are reduced, allowing players to make more layups consistently, which means you don't have to time your layups as much anymore. It doesn't hit you as much now. Consistent finisher is a good badge, but I don't think it's needed if you're like a slasher. I mean, it might, I don't know, like, because we just didn't have that in any other year, and it was never really statistically proven how much shot timing on your layups matter. Most people feel like it doesn't matter. And contact finisher, you know, I love this badge. Contact finisher is it's the mix of like old Relentless Finisher and Posterizer. And I mean, it's fine, but to be honest, the badge that I would like to see is how frequent, like something like a badge that says how frequently you attempt dunks, or how aggressively you check the basket. So I would call that badge like aggressive finisher, which is basically contact finisher, but basically it's just improves their ability. No, actually, it makes them attempt more aggressive layers slash dunking on people more often, or just dunks. So I think aggressive finisher could be for dunks, or just more like Westbrook go right at you layups. You know what I'm saying? Cross key core is a solid badge. I don't have a problem with it. Don't have a problem with deep hooks. Drop step is fine. Fancy footwork. A lot of people say fancy footwork is overpowered, man. I mean, the hop step is pretty nasty. I have to say. And I mean, okay, in park, if you're playing with all shooters, well, no, if you're playing against all shooters, this is on the defensive side of the ball. If you're playing against somebody who has all shooters, but they have one person who could attack the basket, who could probably, you know, just knowing the game, could probably shoot, and they're be able to hop step and stuff. Really, you can't really do that much about it if they're taking you right to the rack, especially if it's a guard, shooting guard, small forward, and they're like the smallest player. You can't really do much about it. I mean, it's stoppable. It's not impossible to stop, but it is very hard to stop. Now I think you can now if you have the help of the big, then it's no problem at all. But like I said, if you're playing straight shooters, then it's a little hard to deal with. But that's kind of realistic, because that's what they're supposed to do. If you get him one-on-one and he take you straight to the paint, you shouldn't really be able to do much. You just don't want to be in that situation. Fast break finisher, the badge is useless to me. I don't think you really need. I mean, I won't say it's useless. You know, it boosts the takeover meter, but I don't think it boosted so much to the point where it's like, oh yeah, I need that badge. You know, it's unnecessary. Giant Slayer is a really good badge. Smaller players, it helps to finish over the taller players more. So I think that even boosts sometimes when you do floaters and stuff, and then it just helps you not get blocked as much as a smaller guard or a shooting guard or something. Lob City Finisher, this is a good badge. You won't like slashers and stuff can already dunk and finish without this badge and on lobs, but sometimes they'll still do a layup. But you have this on gold, silver, Hall of Fame. You'll be dunking on people with lobs, and you just won't find yourself doing at those layup animations as much. So like even my like playmaking shot creator, offensive threat kind of build. If I put this on gold, silver, I'm going to be throwing down more often than I usually do. I'm not saying I'll be dunking like somebody who made a Giannis build or something, but I mean I'll definitely be dunking more. Pick and roller. I don't think this badge is useful. Pick and roll is just. I mean, if you open on the roll, you open on the roll. I haven't seen this badge. Like most people don't even have this badge on, and yeah, I mean this is not that. Now Pro Touch gives additional boost for having good layup timing. So consistent finisher and Pro Touch depends on just how you play the game. Some people don't even try to time their layups. Other people do. Put back boss. I like this badge a lot. This badge is really good for bigs. If you're a big man, I think this should definitely be one of the finishing badges you have. Relentless Finisher reduces the fatigue effects from continually finishing at the rim with contact. I mean, it's a pretty good badge. If you're one of those people who just go head first into everything, you always want a contact dunk, you always want a nice finish, you always want an and one. Put this badge on, but if you attack the basket with IQ and you're actually paying attention to what you're doing, don't put this badge on. It's a waste of a slot. So, but like in terms of my team, like okay, in terms of like my team and stuff, you know, my team. Once you get to a certain place, everybody has every badge, so it doesn't even matter. So I think I'm gonna attack this for more of my career, my park standard. Showtime boost takeover meter after complete a highlight play. Like I said, cool. You know, don't really need it at all, but it's fine. Slithery Finisher was a great addition. Helps. Slithery Finisher is like a badge like Kyrie. You know, you super shifty in the air. It's like Slithery Finisher is like. Slithery Finisher and Acrobat are very similar to me. I don't know, but like your contest would just go down. So Slithery Finisher is kind of like Deadeye and Acrobat mixed into one, but of course Deadeye and like the paint. And Teardropper increases the chance of hitting floaters. You will not hit a floater if you don't have this badge. Cause I feel like you should be able to make floaters more with like I don't think this badge should be essential to having if you don't have this badge you're just not gonna make it, because if you don't have Teardropper you're not gonna make it. So I forgot I gotta put my upgrades back on. Go ahead. I always put my stuff with gold fancy fool. I got not much of a finisher. Now these are my shooting badges, but we're not talking about that. We're just talking about shooting badges in general. Now Hall of Fame catch and shoot. I mean, well, not Hall of Fame catch and shoot, just catch and shoot. Catch and shoot has always been a good badge. It's been in the game for a while. Cool, nobody has a problem with that badge. Clutch Shooter, I love the addition to this badge. You know, it triggers in every game mode, close park games, close blacktop games, close triple threat online games, and of course like close regular games, My Team Unlimited, Play Now, Pro Am, Rec, all of that. And it does work. Like I think this badge is underrated to me. It really does work. You find it's like when you get Clutch Shooter, you'll be able to hit those whites more, but then it also feels like you have Green Machine activated on Mega. Like, I don't know. Yeah, if you haven't tried out Clutch Shooter, you should really try it out. And just, if you pay attention to shooting in the clutch moments, pay attention to who has Clutch Shooter, pay attention to who makes that. It's a great badge, man. Now, Corner Specialist, this badge is actually broken. If you didn't know, Silver Corner Specialist, same thing as Hall of Fame Corner Specialist. So I don't know if that means Hall of Fame Corner Specialist isn't that big of a boost. Well, basically Hall of Fame Corner Specialist isn't worth it. I don't know if that affects how big of a boost you're getting from Corner Specialist. Like Corner Specialist boost is just that of like a traditional silver badge. But yeah, don't get gold or Hall of Fame Corner Specialist. Stay with silver. because it doesn't work. So what the changes we need to see to that is just to make it work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Deadeye, Deadeye is a great badge, man. I mean, sometimes it gets a little ridiculous every now and then, but actually, no, I take that back. I don't have a problem with Deadeye. D-Fades, D-Fades is cool. Hall of Fame difficult shots, cool. The badge is fine. Flexible release. This is actually a badge that helps players with less skill. I don't have it on because I trust myself with my release time, and I usually green. I green a lot. And even in my team, this bad. Everybody has his best. Cause like I said, once you get to a certain place in my team, those diamond cards, pink diamond cards, and Galaxy Opal cards. I mean, everybody has everything, so it doesn't matter. But I mean, but flexible release, especially in my career, is something that separates skill gap to me, because those who you see greening, they probably don't have flexible release on because they trust their release. They know it's gonna be green when they open, it's green. So, but this badge helps those players who aren't as skilled as those players, who just can't green their shots like that. I mean, because you can't shoot doesn't mean you're not good at the game. It just might mean you're not that great of a shooter. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But flexible release just helps those players who aren't as good as timing their shot. Reduces dependency stuff from missed time jump shot releases. And that's why you see a lot of whites go in my team and stuff, because everybody has that on go to Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame Green Machine, Green Machine in general is just a great badge. I mean, it's so effective on whatever you have it on, bronze, silver, gold, Hall of Fame, because somebody might already be a good shooter, but this literally makes your green window larger. So the more greens you hit, the larger your green window is. It's ridiculous. So once you hit about 3 greens, man, in a row, man, it's ridiculous. I believe it activates once you just hit the 1, though. I'm not sure. I don't know the exact statistics on that, but once this badge activates, it's great. It's one of the best shooting badges in the game. Hot start, I have no problem with this badge. I really like it. I don't use it though, but I like it. I think I might try it out. Actually, let's see what we want to take off. Nah, I want my Hot Zone Hunter. And then Deadeye, you don't have to use it. You just don't take it to the shots. But the way I play, I need it because I create space real quick. And maybe if it's just even just a little bit of space, I'll shoot it. So, Hot Zone Hunter is a great badge. I have no problem with it. Increases your shooting when you're hot zones. Ice and Veins. I mean, you don't really need it. Nobody really needs this badge, but I think it's a cool badge. I think it makes sense. It's realistic. So I like the badge, but it's not essential to the game. Picket Popper. No, if you're a big man, you probably want this. Some people play with their like a stretch or a small forward, big sharpshooter. You probably want this. And some people don't even like setting screens. It depends on how you and your team play, or how you like to play with your my team or whatever, or your play now team, whatever you're trying to play. But some people don't even use screens like that. But if you're someone who likes to screen and shoot, definitely get that badge. Pump Fake Maestro. Here we go with one of these badges. Now, some of these badges only affect stuff in like when you're playing against a computer, like PvE and stuff. Pump Fake Maestro's not gonna do anything in PvP playing against online opponents. I mean, I'm pretty sure it doesn't make their characters do a lot more. But I mean, decreases the penalty that comes from shooting after pump fakes. I mean, okay, but Hall of Fame quick draw. I would really like to see this badge out. I would love to see it out. I mean, okay, I won't say I love to see it out, but I mean, I don't like it, because I think why can't it just be the way it was? It's different. You could customize your speed at first, and then the bigger you got, the slower the jump shot was. No way. If you're a center, you turn and you went to jump shot creator and turn your speed up all the way. It was already like it's slower. I mean, it's not slow, but it's definitely slower than if you turned your speed all the way up with point guard. So I feel like the badge was already there, but like, especially with my career, I feel like it shouldn't be. Yeah, my shot's automatically slow. Now it does kind of nerf slashers and stuff and shooters, but I mean anybody could shoot in 2K. I mean that's just how it's been for a really long time. No matter what position you make, the player can shoot. That's just it. And when people make all these hybrid builds and stuff, but I mean it's whatever. I mean, I wouldn't cry if I saw this back next year, but I would like to see it out, definitely. Range extender, limitless range, whatever you like to call it, that's fine, of course. Slippery all ball is actually an underrated badge. You know, it just makes your player harder to follow. You can get ankle breakers with moving without the ball, and people don't know you literally use your right stick to do some moves. Sometimes it's almost like you're running a route. If you've ever played Madden and you're not controlling the whole team, you're just controlling a wide receiver or a tight end, you can do like use the right stick to run your route. You're trying to run an in route, use the right stick to the right or left, wherever you're trying to make your cut at. You know, it's just like that, but you moving without the ball, try to get open. Steady shooter. Steady shooter is actually a very underrated badge to me. I mean, I like to see it back. You know, doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, I think I like to see it back. So it's an underrated badge to me because a lot of people don't like it. Reduces the penalties for contested shots and bonuses for open shots. Now it's worded kind of weird. I feel like the badge should be worded more clear, but actually it's worded better here. Steady shooter. Shot attempts that are contested receive less of a penalty. However, shot attempts that are open do not receive as much of a bonus. So basically, the open shots, wide open shots, do not receive as much as a bonus. But if you think about it, most of the shots that you are shooting are 1% contested, 2% contested. Oh, most of the quote unquote open shots that you're shooting are. It's open anywhere between like 1 and 30%. 30% is where you start getting to like kind of bad shot, kind of contested range. But those, right? How many truly wide open shots are you shooting? You know, especially like you point guards, you shooting guards and stuff. How many truly wide open shots are you shooting? You know what I'm saying? And even small forward, power forward, and centers, y'all might be getting late contested. And even your wide open shots, I don't think it's gonna penalize you so much as to where like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna be able to green no more. So I think this badge is pretty good. It's balancing, and then it gives the bonus for the contested. So when you get contested, if you combine that with Deadeye, it's almost like nobody's there at all. It's like having Hall of Fame contact finisher, using Hall of Fame contact finisher on a small forward when Allen Iverson is trying to step up on you. You know what I'm saying? If you ever use the Galaxy Open AI card, you'll understand what that feels like when those bigger people drive at him. But then you got Tireless Shooter. You know, this used to be called Tireless Scorer, I believe. Same thing, improves players and makes shots with fatigue. This is a good badge, whatever. I like to see it back. It's cool. Volume Shooter, I love this badge. It's realistic to me. I like the badges that are specific to people's playstyles, because you don't need this badge if you're not that person who's going to be taking a lot of shots. You know, your teammates aren't like your teammates. You're not the one that goes and gets hot. You know, you're not your team's number one scorer, or you using my team. That's not your team's number one scorer, so they won't need the badge. But if you somebody who plays like Harden, you're gonna be taking a lot of shots this game, man. You're the number one scorer, and you're just a go-to option. Volume Shooter is a great badge. I mean, because as the shots accumulate, your percentage will go up even more. You'll have more of a chance of making it. So you might have started off kind of bad, maybe, but as it keeps going, you're gonna be shooting better of course you ain't shooting like half bars or nothing. But that's everything. So only badges here that kind of annoy me is quick draw, and that's about it. Besides that, all the shooting is good this year, man. I love it. Besides the fact that anybody can shoot, but you know, that's a different story. Ankle breaker. Ankle Breaker has been through a lot of ups and downs since it's been in the game. Ankle Breaker now basically doesn't really work. Like, it's weird. Definitely Hall of Fame Ankle Breaker is a waste of a badge because it doesn't work. But with this badge, you have to be careful. You don't want it to work too much and too well to the point where, I mean, everybody's unguardable, because if you step up, you're going to fall you going down on the floor, you're gonna fall on your face, you're gonna start twerking or something. Your player, you don't want that. And then just to play defense on the playmaker, you got a whole circle, and so I mean, you don't want that. So, um, you don't want it to be overpowered, but then also you don't want it not to work. So I don't know. You got to be careful with this badge. I don't say I want to see it out, but it's hard to find a healthy balance between it. So I'm cutting them some slack on that. Um, but I like, of course, I like to see them find a healthy balance with it. Bailout, bailout is a great badge. Um, I think it balances the game out a little bit. Just can't keep throwing mid-air passes without this badge. So, because if you play in real life, you know how tough mid-air passes is, like far mid-air passes. So, and this badge is definitely worth it. You should have it. I don't have it on right now, but I think I didn't have it on because I was on the 1v1 court. So I decided to give myself this 4 plus boost. I don't know why I didn't I forgot about the diamond badge, but it's whatever. Break starter is a good badge. I mean, to be honest, I don't think break starter is essential. I mean, if you don't have that many playmaking badges, I do suggest put it on. But if you have a lot of playmaking badges, it's not essential. One, your pass accuracy is probably already high. Two, when you're playing park pro-am, and even playing out modes, my team in regular modes, you tend to make those far passes a lot anyway, most of the time. I mean, it does happen where you just throw it completely past them, but most of the time it's completed, so I'm cool. So I like to, I mean, we could bring that back. It's cool. It works, but then you have Hall of Fame Dimer. Dimer's always been a good badge, man. I have no problem with it. Want to see it back? It's cool. Downhill, downhill doesn't work like crazy to me. Of course, you don't want to get somebody super speed in transition, but I mean, I think it's a good badge. Players like De'Aaron Fox and a prime Dwayne. I mean, prime Dwayne Wade. I didn't mean to say him though. I meant prime Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook. Players like that. They, when they push the tempo, LeBron, Giannis, when they push the tempo and they get their rebound or when they get that outlet pass, they go. This is their badge. Those are the type of people who had that badge, and it's a good badge, it's a good concept. Dream Shake, this is another one of them badges who tends to remain like a PvE badges to me. It raises a chance that the defender bites when doing fakes in the post. So I'm not sure. I don't think that makes your character look like he's going into a post spin animation or a drop step animation even more. I don't think it does. I think that's more of a badge that works against the CPU online, and most centers you see don't have that badge. Flashy passer helps you. Oh no, I didn't realize. I've never used this badge before this year, so I didn't realize that. I'm actually being taught about it right now. It gives an additional boost to players take over after completing the assist with a flashy pass. Flashy passer, if that's how it works now, I think it's kind of useless. I mean, that's not that important to me. It used to just give you a better chance of completing flashy passes, but hey, whatever. I mean, I wouldn't hate to see it back. It's whatever. That's a take it or leave it type of badge to me. Floor General is a great badge. Teammates receive an offensive attribute when players in the game, and then it doesn't say. Well, let me see if it says it here. It might not say it here. Also, yeah. Also at the Hall of Fame level, can see. Okay. I don't know if that's worded right, but also at the Hall of Fame level can see teammates' potential shot percentages while on offense. So when you get a ball to your teammates, this works on any mode. When you using a player that has Hall of Fame teammate, you see all these percentages pop up. But some people don't know this, what it is. That's because they have floor general. So all the percentages you're seeing is their percentage of is their chance of making that shot right there. So I don't know if that's just going off of pure attributes or it actually records the stats. But I feel like that's going off of pure attribute rating. So what I feel like they should do is I feel like it should actually record the stats and accumulate the stats. And then show like, oh yeah, you probably want to step up because that person, not because of their attributes, because of what that person actually can do with their character. It's tough. You should probably step up on them because they're gonna make it. And that's that specific person's hotspot. So I don't think it should be based off attributes. Feel like it should be replaced on the player's personal shot chart. Handles for days is a good badge for people who like to dribble and stuff, for dribbling a long time. Those ISO players on Park Pro-Am, even my team, they like to take one of their cards, dribble up. This is a great badge, you know. It's dope. I want to see it back. It's cool. Um, Lost City Passer, it doesn't work. I don't think anybody needs this badge in any mode. I mean, I see centers throwing lobs from half court. I don't think this badge is especially important. Now, I will say you'll probably like never have lob miss like problems with another person missing the lob or something if they do have this badge, because unless the person you're throwing to literally cannot catch lobs, um like even just do the layup off of it, it's short or something and they just have no finishing. But I mean, I just don't think it's needed. But I mean, every now and then, it's so rare. But every now and then, you know, you throw the lob right over the backboard, straight out of bounds. But that's so rare. It's just like I don't think you need the badge. I don't think that and the badge is essential in any mode. But I mean, it's not a terrible badge to put on. But you know, it could come back. And that's a take it or leave it type of thing to me. Needle threat is a very underrated badge. You know, when you're trying to run that dribble, when you are one of those players who like to dribble penetrate with your player and kick out to the open shooter, kick out to the mid range, or hit a cutter coming in because of the dribble penetration. Um, you can get that pass through a lot because a lot of times you're going to be passing through two people because you drew somebody's man. So it works greatly. And then also just trying to throw a pass down court, trying to throw it over somebody's head or trying to throw it in between somebody, you get that pass through a whole lot more. Pass fake maestro increases the effectiveness of pass fake. So this is like dream shake with a pass fake. I don't think you need that badge. It's one of the. I mean, it probably works better. It probably works a lot better in PvE playing against the computer and stuff. But online, I mean, it doesn't work. So post spin technician, you know, that's a good badge. It's been in the game for a while. I don't have a problem with it. Like, love to see it. Quick first step. I love to do a new addition to this badge. It's an essential badge for pretty much every scorer. Score small forward and below, and yeah, any perimeter score, this badge is essential. Space creator, this is a good badge. You know, it gives you this badge works more than ankle breaker because this is basically ankle breakers for like hop step. I mean, like step back hop steps and those side steps and like all the James Harden moves and just all of that. So wait, hold on, guys. Okay. Um, there was something that just happened. Somebody was in the party. I don't like that type of stuff. But yeah, but that basically, you know, you get the ankle breaker animations. Oh, I didn't like that. But you get the ankle breaker animations off of those. So stop and go. I think I need to research this badge more. Allow for the ball handler to stop and start quickly with unique stop and launches exclusive to this badge. So it gives you so it's basically saying it gives you a better like it gives you more unique animations and then you stop and start better. So some people say this badge works, other people say they love it. Actually, I changed my mind when I use it. My player did feel better on the stop and start. So this badge is good. I like it. I want to see it back. And yeah, tight handles. Now I feel like tight handles and ankle breaker are like the same thing. So I mean, like, it's weird. It bothers me because I think it also makes you be able to string together your dribble combos better. But it feels like I think it's like the same thing though. Yeah. Unpluckable. Unpluckable reduces the chances of getting stripped by the defender. This badge is really good. You know, love to see it back. But the only thing I have a problem with is tight handles. Not because tight handles is a good badge, but I feel like it's the exact same thing as ankle breaker. And oh yeah, I have a problem with ankle breaker and flashy passer. Flashy passer is pretty much useless to me, and with ankle breaker, I just feel like they need to find the perfect balance of how to use it. Defense and rebounding. All these badges are pretty much good to me. There is a couple of ones that we will talk about. Box improves a player's ability to box out opponents. I don't have a problem with that badge. That badge is fine. Brick wall increases the effectiveness of screens and drains energy from opponents on physical contact. Now I will say I hate this badge. I hate this badge with passion. But I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's realistic, you know. Whatever. When a big man sends a screen, when a big man sends a screen, you can't just run straight into him. It's literally like hitting a brick wall. For my real basketball players out there, you know what hitting the hard screen feel like. Chase down artists, good badge. If you don't have it, like you notice, if anybody, the people who do have chase down artists, they get these animations when they get blown past, just in transition. But people who don't have, they get these certain jump animations. But people who don't have chase down artists tend to they don't. It feels like they don't. They'd be like, man, you ain't try to block that, or you just gave up on the play. That's because they don't have chase down artists. They would get those hard jumping, leaping animations when they do have it. Clamps is a great addition to the game. I mean, it just helps you play perimeter defense way better. Heart Crusher, it's high. It doesn't help you perform better, but when you do something that was a show of great performance, it decreases the takeover meter. Um, Interceptor, that's a good badge. Playing passing lanes, and that's fine. Intimidator, that's fine. Some people say Intimidator is overpowered. I'm cool with Intimidator. Well, sometimes Intimidator can be a little ridiculous. I will say, okay, yeah. Sometimes Intimidator could be a bit ridiculous because they didn't even really step up, or they didn't get enough hand up, and maybe you just elevated over their hand. Sometimes they don't even have to jump, and then it's just like, I missed that, really? Cause like some of the animations, some of the shots that you miss, sometimes it's just like, okay, it was Intimidator, all right. It's a little overpowered, but I mean, I understand. It's cool. I mean, if it wasn't changed, it wouldn't break my heart, but I definitely wouldn't mind a little nerf. Lightning reflexes. This is basically interceptor. Um, but it's not like, so your player would just literally read and react to things better. So you'll be able to like take control of your character and exactly make your character do exactly what you want to do faster defensively. Moving truck is a good badge. It helps you against those low post players. You won't get moved as easily. Yeah. And then even before they have their badge, you won't be able to get, like, if you have that badge, your player, whoever you're controlling, won't get as deep as easier when they're trying to post up and get the ball, because you just can't be moved. You'll move truck. Ball pest. This badge is kind of, I haven't seen this work super well. I mean, I don't. It's definitely not essential. Um, no, it's whatever. Take it or leave it. And Pig Dodger, this badge is definitely good. Helps you fight through screens, way better. And yeah, I mean, it's solid. Would love to see it back. And Pickpocket's fine. It's good. Sometimes the steal animations you can get with that badge is kind of ridiculous though. Like they go cross. Most of the time you don't want to reach when the ball is on the other end of their body, but you get this like cross body fly across their body animation. Is kind of ridiculous sometimes. Mostly you see it with lockdowns a lot, but I mean, I don't really have a problem with it. It's fine. Of course, I'd love to see that badge back. Now pogo stick. I don't have a problem with pogo stick that much, but one thing I will say about this badge is that it damages skill gap. And the reason why I say that is because it takes skill and precision to know when to jump on somebody. When to go up for that contest with the jump. Because when you jump, you get the best contest. But it's also risky because when you jump, you can't just keep hopping up super fast. Well, if you have pogo stick, you can. Now you can just spam jump. And it doesn't matter if you just keep jumping, because they're going to be there to contest 9 times out of 10 because they just jumping so fast. So they're always getting their maximum contest and they chance at a block no matter what, because they have pogo stick. So the reason why I say this damages skill gap a little bit is because, like, well, I swear, I already explained it. It takes precision to know when to jump. So if you could just constantly spam triangle or Y, whatever you're playing, and just keep jumping, then, I mean, it doesn't really take skill anymore. But, I mean, I don't hate the badge. It's cool. Now, I would love to see pogo stick. I would love to see pogo stick also and or affect rebounding. So like it turned into more of a Dennis Rodman badge at that point. Dennis Rodman got a lot of rebounds by tipping the ball in the air to himself until he got it, or even tipping it to a teammate. You notice Dennis Rodman, if he didn't get the rebound, a lot of times he at least got his hand on it. So if he couldn't grab it, he tip it, keep tipping it to himself. And but that's also with Pogo Stick, he kept jumping up to tip the ball and stuff. So yeah, I mean that's all I really got for Pogo Stick. I mean, it cool if it'd be cool if it was back. I mean, it's a bag that can have a lot of conversation around it. I'll leave it at that. Post move lockdown, this is definitely good. It helps you defend those drop steppers and those and people who spam the post spin and everything. And rebound chaser, this is a great patch. I have no problem with it. Love to see it back. Red protector, I have no problem with it. Love to see it back. Tireless defender, fine, cool. Love to see it back. Trapper makes life it says makes life difficult for offensive players when trapped. So this gives you the animation that leads to the jump ball faster and creates turnovers faster. And it takes the trap and it triggers Intimidator on passes. So if somebody's trapped and you double trap, it's a nut, y'all. It has been 2 or 3 legends in this park. I don't know if y'all hear that helicopter, y'all can hear my game or not, but man, I kind of want to go see who that is if it's a famous person in my park. Worm is fine too. I love to see it. Now that's pretty much the end of the video, y'all. I've discussed every badge I love to see, and I appreciate y'all for watching. If y'all have any input on this, please let me know. I also would like to see who this legend is, though. This legend is Agent TV. Oh, there's another legend coming. Who's the other one? Where's he landing at? He landed right there. It's Agent TV. Who is this? I can't see his name. Is Agent TV's here? Is okay. I Prime. Okay, no, this isn't anybody. Maybe y'all know who they are, and I just don't. But I mean, that's it. But like I said, I appreciate y'all for watching me. Yeah. Peace out, man. Wait, let me get on this 1v1 court. But yeah, peace out, man.